Okay, so let's directly jump into the chapter. And can you tell the difference between respiration and breathing? If you can't tell in 10 seconds, how you will be able to answer the questions in CVQ competency based question? So that is the reason that students, as easy chapter as this and as interesting as life process, still get confused. Almost 90% of the students. So is it just simple breathing? It's simply breathing is not respiration. Now I am going to tell the difference. Here in respiration, it's just the breathing is physical process. Like we take the physical process that we take breathe in, do that with me, and we breathe out. So just the physical process of taking the air is breathing in, and breathing out, that's the breathing, like taking the air in and taking out. But the respiration is this: C6H12O6. Which one is this? Opposite of photosynthesis, and we get the energy. Okay, so if it comes respiration, you have to speak about this chemical process. Now can you guess the byproduct? We get 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O, and what else? Energy. Okay, so this is the respiration. Keep in mind, we started with the one of the very confusing. Now we'll get to learn about the double circulation, which confuses the student a lot, and the whole process of digestion, which is very interesting. But yes, many times students get confused in that also. So let's see. Also in this chapter you will learn many things about your own self. Like nowadays there are a number of issues about this related to diabetes, children getting health issues, and number of such issues are there, such problems are there. So we'll get to know about that, and we'll see the prevention, that how we can prevent those things. Not just the prevention, but also you will get to know about some secret power of your own body. Kidney stone related issues are there, so you will learn why those issues are there. So this chapter will make you master not just in life process, but also your own physical health, your own condition. And yes, for that, this chapter is an opportunity to understand. So let's see some particular important topics of this chapter. The general information you need to know. So take a look at this thing, the simplest definition, life process. In this, see, there is a question in the start of the chapter, that how can you tell something is living or non-living? That's a nice question, by the way. Like, can you say just because it's alive, that's why, like, it's growing? So if something is growing, you can see it's living. What about the plants? Yes, plants grow, but do you see them actually growing? After 2 days, after 3 days, you might observe the growth, but at the same time, like every second, can you see the growth, or our growth can you observe? So we can't see the growth always. You can say movement. Mushroom do not move, some plants do not move. So can you say those things are non-living? What about egg? Egg also do not move. Can you say it's non-living? So what actually, it is a like very important question. Sometimes they ask to just judge your knowledge, or in competency based question, that what makes something living and something non-living. If you say growth, sand dune grow, river move, the after the rain ponds grow. So just growth is not enough, movement is not enough. Machines also move. So keep in mind the processes inside the cell. Okay, the processes inside the cell of nutrition, excretion, respiration. Here these are. Okay, so the process inside the cell, these only make something living or non-living. These are the important part. Good morning. Live stream going on. Now, what is nutrition? Take a look at that. Two types of nutrition: autotrophic and heterotrophic, which is very easy, but sometimes it can be confusing. So take a look at that and ask me in the comments if you have any doubt regarding that. Let's see, you people are getting it or you still have doubt. You can. So in this autotrophic nutrition, the simplest definition of autotrophic nutrition is the one where the plants make their own food, or any organism like a particular type of microorganism, algae, they make their own food. This is autotrophic. Rest of the other, everything else, including human, bacteria, microorganisms like this amoeba, and all the other organisms who do not make their own food, either they eat plant or they eat other organism or other living being, these are all heterotroph. So it's very easy example, and this is the most common question regarding this thing, photosynthesis. Observe one thing, here it's given 6H2O. Is it actually always 6H2O? The thing is, it's simplified version. Actually there will be 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O plus light energy, or in the presence of sunlight, and green pigments. So or also you can say chlorophylls. Okay, and then this plus water. So I'll write, then you get C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. Since this side also 6H2O we get, and this side also 12H2O there, so they just subtract and write down this. Okay, so if they are giving in the exam this way or this way, don't get confused, both are almost same. And this is the formula of glucose, the same glucose you buy in the summer season. So that. Now, heterotrophic has some particular section. So yes, note down, these are important. So either take a screenshot or note down, because I will not wait for very long. I'm giving you people some time, take a screenshot or note down. We'll also see some important questions which were asked in CBSE in previous exams. So we will also do that. We'll see some questions which usually confuse the student. So we'll also see most important questions regarding this chapter. Did you note it down? So I think we should get ahead. Okay, let's see one question that was asked in 2021, and let's see, can you guess the correct answer? Here is the question. Can you say the correct answer? The question is, what is common between an extensive, now it's an MCQ, so you are supposed to answer within a minute. Difference between an extensive network of blood vessels around walls of alveoli and in glomerulus of nephron. So the difference between blood vessels around the walls of alveoli and glomerulus. Thick walled arteries richly supply. So difference, no, actually common between. Okay, let's see. Thick walled arteries richly supplied with blood. Okay. Thin walled veins poorly supplied with blood. No, it can't be. Thick walled capillaries poorly supplied with blood. Poorly supplied, don't think so. And thin-walled capillaries richly supplied with blood. I think this or this two could be correct. One of those two. But now, if you remember what the alveoli do, we'll learn that in a while, and also what the glomerulus do, you will understand there's a slight something like little bit difference is there that can make you understand what is going on over here. Imagine alveoli in the lungs. If they have very thick wall, how it will take oxygen, and the organelle in the kidney, the nephron, if it also has very thick wall, how it will purify the blood, how anything will go from the blood in the kidney and through the kidney it will get filtered if it is so thick wall. So it must be thin wall. See, this is how competency competency based questions fool you people. Okay, so thin walled, keep in mind, this is the correct answer. It was nice question. Now let's see actual life process and understand. Now here comes the most interesting part, which I like a lot. Now you will be able to see actual in 3D some life processes. See this guy showing himself. Now let's start with digestive system. So here are the main part of digestive system, and I will explain the whole digestive system. If you miss this, I can't say in words how much you will miss, because seeing on the plain book, plain pages doesn't make it as understanding as you can see directly what is happening in 3D. So liver, can you say what the liver's job is there in digestion? Like food goes from food pipe, from esophagus to food pipe, from food pipe to stomach, and then from that to small intestine. So what is the job of liver? Can you say what is the job of liver? Actually, without liver, we won't be able to take care of chemical balance in our body. Neither we have the bile juice secreted properly, because this thing, liver is what balances our chemical equilibrium in our body, takes care of that, breaks down the blood, filters it, purifies it, and helps in creation of bile juice. So there is a reason why this is the one of the single most, if you say the largest solid organ in the body, then it's the liver, and it has very important job. Whatever we eat, if it has any harmful substance, liver neutralizes that, and without that our body will accumulate poison, and we have serious health issues. So liver is like a shield for ourselves, therefore you should not underestimate it. So skeleton man came, but let's go on with this. Now esophagus, after eating the food we get esophagus, into from esophagus it goes to stomach, this stomach, and from stomach it goes to small intestine. The food goes to small intestine, and there are a few interesting things. So let's we'll come back to the 3D view and we'll understand so many important things, but let's see some important part of it. Oh yes, if you did not take this screenshot, take it. Holozoic, in which we engulf the food, we take the whole food in our mouth, that's Holozoic, we eat the solid food. Saprophytic, mushroom kind that feed on dead or decaying matter. Parasitic, the one we don't like at all, mosquito, or any organism that thrive on some other living organism is parasitic. Tapeworm, small children sometimes they get stomach pain, so one example is tapeworm, it's also parasitic. Nonsense, I don't like tapeworm, neither the mosquito. Respiration we'll see, but we are in digestion because why not? That's interesting. And we'll kill the entire chapter because obviously it's one of the interesting chapters, so why not to just get it done. and then at least you'll have confidence that one chapter is completely done. So transportation, interesting. Yes, digestion. So here are those organs in simple way. Also, I think you might like this thing. This my notes created by me, Pandey sir. See the notes made by Pandey sir best class, because I am the best. Pandey sir's best classes. The my good, like my area. So these are the important part. So a question is asked in the exam that what is the main site of digestion? So this is the answer. Main site of digestion and absorption is small intestine. Stomach produces acid and enzymes to break down the food. So some particular type of acid and enzymes are produced by stomach. Hmm. So note down all these things. This main digestion and then large intestine, what it does. So note down all those things. We'll go back to the our 3D view in a while. Did you note down? Okay. The steps also, ingestion, mechanical digestion, that's the chewing thing, chemical digestion, all those things. Now let's get back to the 3D simulation and let's see the 3D view of digestion. That's ultra interesting. Now, what is this thing? It doesn't look good, na? It may not look good, but only if it is not good only if it is too much. It's the fatty layer of our body to protect our internal organs. Also, it is like a food reserve. So it looks like fat and it actually is fat, but it's not necessarily bad unless you have it too much. Let's just remove this thing. Now we can see more clear. Our organs we can see better. Remove this diaphragm. Here you can see the intestine. So take a look at these organs because we'll learn one by one what they do and how do they do. Also, there are many enzymes, important and useful enzymes. So their role is very important and interesting. We'll see those also. And as I said before, there will be the questions as well. Interesting, kind of. So here, when we take food, first of all, this guy is not very beautiful. What we can do? Let it be. So there is larynx and epiglottis. Its role is very important. First of all, so let me first remove this thing. What is this? Can you guess? It's the muscle, like the jaw muscle that helps us in chewing. So that thing is this. Let's just remove this thing. Also, it has salivary gland over there. Now here will be epiglottis inside. Do you want to see? Even I want to see. So let's see. Can we see? Yes, we can see, and mostly we can see those glands, salivary gland and those muscles. So I need to dissect them one by one. Now here we can see the internal view, and let me dissect the jaw. Yes, I dissected the jaw. This is a muscle, by the way, this white color thing. And let me keep on dissecting them till it gets completely clear. Now it's more clear. We can actually see these poor things inside. Okay, so here in this blue section, we will have epiglottis like that. That way, engulfing we do. So that time epiglottis closes our this windpipe or trachea, so that food will go into esophagus, the food pipe, and we won't get coughing. And after that, the food will go to esophagus, and digestion, the things process of digestions will start, this esophagus thing, as I told earlier. From there, one more thing, when we chew the food in the mouth, the saliva starts digestion of the food over there only. And this also comes in the exam, that what happens when we chew the food, like when the process of digestion starts. So it starts in the saliva, in the mouth itself. From there, then it goes to our stomach, obviously. So let's see this stomach thing. Yes, here is the stomach. Before getting ahead, let's have a proper look of stomach. And I'm wondering about one thing. I want to check that whether there is some like since it is the live one, I want to check whether the live is easily available and viewable or not. Taken? Go. Yes, check. And you don't have lock it? Nonsense. Go see. Yes. So it's live or not? Yes, it's live, and we can see this thing. So let's carry on. Now a question: what are these different layers of the stomach, and why do we need them? You might be aware of that our stomach has acid, but what kind of acid it has? It has gastric acid, which consists of mainly hydrochloric acid, and the acid is so strong it can also dissolve iron, zinc. So, and you know, if little bit acid drop on our finger, we'll get badly affected by it. So what is this acid, and how our stomach do not get burned? It's a question. Like if stomach has acid, then stomach wall itself should get burned. See this wall, the internal view of stomach, this internal wall, it contains mucus, and mucus is basic in nature, that protects the stomach. Now stomach release hydrochloric acid and pepsin. These two helps in the digestion of food. I will tell about those enzymes in a while, or better I will tell now only. What this pepsin does: first of all, hydrochloric acid kills any bacteria if it's there. That's very important task. Like if let's say you ate food and it is infected, some bacteria is there, how dangerous it will be. So therefore it's important thing, the stomach first kills the bacteria, makes it disinfected, and then it helps in digestion. Second thing, the pepsin is a digestive enzyme, so it helps a lot in digestion. Also pepsin I said just now. So pepsin is used for digestion of protein, keep in mind, and that's why sometime when you eat food a lot, like that paneer wala or non-vegetarian, you get acidity. It's due to excessive release of those hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Now let's get ahead and see the intestine. So this is small intestine. Now a question: which one is longer, small intestine or big intestine? Large intestine or small intestine? Guess. Hey, you people guess. Which one is longer? Small intestine or large intestine? Yes. See how smart are my students. So yes, small intestine is the longer one, and large intestine has bigger area, bigger volume in its size, but the lengthwise, the small intestine is the longer one. So when the food goes from stomach to small intestine, then see here, there's a section where pancreas also joins it. Let's see from the back side. You got your cycle back? Who? Who? What you did now? You did not scold them? You did not tell that they were taking a cycle? Then, good. Never tolerate injustice. Otherwise, you will be one who is doing injustice. So here at this position, this the gastric juice gets released from pancreas. Pancreatic gets juices gets released, and then it helps in digestion. So here we have those sections. This is the pancreas, very important part. By the way, can you say what does the pancreas do? It secretes very important hormone, not hormone actually. It's the hormone itself, no? Yes, insulin. Insulin it secretes. Also pancreatic juices. Also, what is this thing? Can you tell? And what the liver does? Liver secretes enzymes, and that comes to gallbladder, and then those are secreted back to small intestine. Okay, so the secretion of liver and gallbladder gets secreted into a small intestine. Also insulin. Now they have their own function. The insulin, you might be already aware that it helps into maintenance of blood sugar level, insulin, and it's a natural way of controlling it. Now here's a question. If our pancreas itself secretes insulin, then why does some people get blood sugar related issue if the pancreas itself is taking care of it? And nowadays you will hear that diabetes, sugar, these problems are increasing day by day. So what could be the reason? The reason is totally unexpected. The reason is our over dependence on the outer substances, over dependence on junk food, and over dependence on automatically available options, like that we try to limit our movement as much as possible, and that creates a big problem. We have less blood circulation. This lack of blood circulation causes most of the problem, from fat, health issues, the brain related disorders, overweight, then this blood sugar just now I spoke about, heart disease. All of these are connected to blood circulation. That's why when I tell the circulation part, you must be listening it very carefully, because it is have so many solutions. Now tell me in the comment, I'll read the comment later on. So tell me in the comment why less blood circulation is the reason for most of the problem. Imagine all imagine yourself when you are stuck in a traffic jam. How do you like it? Who likes it? Anyway, so how much trouble you get in a traffic jam? If our blood also gets clotted or gets jammed, or low blood circulation is there, then our body also suffers the same fate. Now imagine the traffic jam is not on the road from your home to your school, but also from school to home, but also from home to market, and this traffic jam is throughout the Bharat. How much big problem will be there? We won't get the food, we won't get medical supplies, we won't be able to travel for important work, and like the world will stop. for the people who are in the traffic jam. Same problem occurs in the body when blood circulation do not occur, or body do not get to know what is happening and is not able to balance itself, and that's why sugar gets imbalanced. Actually, having sugar in the body is important because it's one of the sugar, that is glucose. A form of glucose is sugar, so that gives us energy. Not having sugar means we don't have energy at all. So sugar itself is not bad, its lack of balance is the thing which is bad. So keep that in mind. Now I was telling about the enzymes, the role of pancreas, and you should be like listening it carefully. The pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. It contains trypsin, and it contains lipase. Trypsin helps in digestion of proteins, further digestion of protein. So trypsin, trypsin, it helps in the further digestion of protein, and there is also lipase that helps. Lipase helps in the digestion of uh, fat. So important, it's due to the pancreas. The walls of the small intestine contain glands. Note down where I'm telling. It contains glands which secrete intestinal juice, and the enzyme present in it finally convert the protein into amino acid. So like for example, in the small intestine we get amylase, and trypsin, amylase. One more thing was there. There's a trick to remember all those things. Silly ant, pester, tall, angry lion. Remember that. Silly ant, pester, tall, angry lion. Now, silly means salivary amylase over here in the starting. Decrease the volume. You be in the live one if you want. Whose sound is that? Wait. Yesterday I told my only to throw. So, silly ant means salivary amylase first in the mouth, and then pester means pepsin in the stomach. Tall, angry lion. That's tall is trypsin. Angry means amylase A, and lion is lipase. So that third one was lipase. This is also digestive enzyme. Then how the food gets digested? There comes the how does the our intestine come works, that part there comes. So see here, this is a section of our intestine which is obviously interesting, and it contains villi. Auntie, it contains villi. Hmm. This is the villi, 3D section of villi, and here you can see this color: red color, blue color, and green color. Okay, so now the green color is the part of this lymphatic system that absorbs extra secretion. This blue color is a vein, it carries the food from intestine, and this red color is artery that has high blood pressure. From these cells, the absorbed nutritional food comes back into this blood vessel, and this is alveoli. They move like grass. So the alveoli has movement. Alveoli move like this, like how in a palm, how the grass moves back and forth, like that alveoli move, and that pushes our food back and forth. And this is how the food keeps on moving in our body. Ah, yes, my student told you can say in that na villi. Yes, I was saying alveoli. Actually, it is villi. Don't get confused. Villi, it's villi. Alveoli is the one in the lungs. Good, very good, Karthik. You could say in this comment if you want. So villi, don't use the wrong word as I used by mistake. So actually, I do this kind of thing with students also. To Karthik, I call Krishna. To Krishna, I call Krish. To Krish, I call you. Who are you, Krish? So with the name, I do a lot of time. Okay, so this is villi, and you see how interesting function it does. There are some parts of it. Okay, some small blood vessels you can see. Very nice, interesting. It has a structure, and this is how it works. This is just to start. We'll see how the circulation works in a while. Before that, let's see about the plant's nutrition, and after that, we'll see the circulation. And even before that, why not to have some question to see what is your level, and also to just to see who can answer correctly. So I'm giving a question. Let's see who can answer correctly. Here's the question. Guess the correct answer, A or B or C. I will give people 10 seconds and 10. Done. Try to answer it correctly. Let me create a poll. Or the correct answer is A or B. No. Uh, what is the correct answer? Okay, your time's up. Tell me fast. Okay, so students answered. Um, this Karthik said, whose ID is Jhansi Mua, he said A, and Krishna said B. So the question is, which of the following events in the mouth cavity will be affected if salivary amylase is lacking in the saliva? So if amylase only is less, then what will happen? A is starch breakdown into sugars will get affected, and yes, that's the correct answer. Who said A? Karthik. Good. B is protein breaking. Protein breaking doesn't happen in mouth, but good try, Krishna. C is absorption of vitamin. Actually, Karthik, it's nice. This your whole chapter of yours will be covered in this way. Good. And D, fat breakdown. So fat breakdown happen where? It happens in the stomach and intestine, small intestine. Keep in mind, absorption of vitamin happens where? It happens in small intestine through the villi, not alveoli, I said earlier. Okay. Now let's see how do the plants do their own, what we say, their own digestion, plants digestion. Or nutrition we can say. The earlier one. So in that plant one, as I said before, we get the plant get carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and glucose. Excuse me. Let's see respiration, and respiration is what gives you power and energy. Now you would be like, sir, food gives us power. Food kind of is a source of power. Excuse me. Respiration is like charging it. When you get source of power is like power supply in your home. It's like eating the food. And when you get charging started to the phone, that's like respiration, you can unlock the energy. So there are two types of respiration: aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic is the one we do, okay, and sometimes we do anaerobic also, but mostly anaerobic is done by the microorganisms. So see the difference. In aerobic, the glucose got converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy, but here it got converted into alcohol. Okay, when the yeast do that, they produce alcohol, or in a way, the alcohol people drink is the byproduct of the digestion process of yeast. So what they pooped, that is alcohol, kind of, and people pay a lot of money for that. Anyway, by the way, alcohol is used in medicine and in a small quantity. Only then it can be useful. Otherwise, for a normal person, it can be dangerous. It can be also deadly. So, in normal day-to-day life, we should be far from alcohol. It can be used in chemical industries, alcohol, and also in medicines. But in medicine, number of other things are used, like Dettol is used. So Dettol, if you drink, it can be very dangerous. So we are not doctor, and we should not play with our health without knowing its effects. Yes, as a disinfectant and for chemical agent, alcohol is useful. Sometimes alcohol is also used as a fuel, like methanol. Methanol is used in chemical industries, and also it can be used as fuel. It not just can be, it is used. It's called biodiesel. Diesel. So I was telling about the respiration. So respiration, in respiration we do animals, not animals, plants. Plants do one more part, transpiration. Can you tell what is this transpiration in the plant's respiration? I am teaching online. It's about manas. Mm, what to do now? Okay, I will make my student, one of the student, to tell these things, and two of the students will tell this thing, and I will talk to a parent. So who will come? Krish will not Krish. Krishna will come and Karthik will come. Come both of you. It's this chapter. Come Karthik fast. Come fast. Come, come Karthik fast. Don't worry. Come I have to talk to a parent, and I'm taking live, and parent also came. It's important. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Till that time, Karthik will ask some question to students, Krishna and Krish. So Krishna and Krish, you be behind here, and Karthik, you will be here. Come, come here. You just hold this and ask this question. Say loudly, okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Good. So just to see the MCQs, and you people, the online, you will also try to answer those questions. So I'll start from the first question. Digestion of food starts from which organ in the digestive system? A. Mouth, presence of saliva. B. Esophagus. C and D. Karthik will say. Stand here. Don't sit.
Stomach that release juices for fat breakdown. Option D, mouth, which helps in mixing food with digestive juices. Option C, stomach that release juices for fat breakdown. Yeah. Option A. is the correct one. Mouth due to the presence of saliva. During which of the following stages of the circulation of blood in a normal human being, the oxygenated blood is pumped to all parts of the body? Contraction of the left atrium, contraction of left ventricle, relaxation of right atrium, and option D, relaxation of the right ventricle. Option B is the correct one. Contraction of left ventricle. Because at the time of blood circulation in a normal human being, the oxygenated blood is pumped to all parts of the body during the contraction of the left ventricle. The process begins when the left atrium contracts, pushing oxygenated blood into the left ventricle. During cellular oxidation of glucose, ATP is produced along with formation of other products. In this reaction, which of the following events is associated with production of maximum ATP molecules per molecule of glucose during this process? Synthesis of option A, ethanol in yeast, B, lactic acid in muscle cells, C, carbon dioxide in yeast cells, D, carbon dioxide in human cells. Yeah, option D is the correct one. Carbon dioxide in human cells. Production of carbon dioxide and water along with energy in the presence of oxygen in human cells refers to aerobic respiration. In the presence of oxygen, glucose is fully oxidized to carbon dioxide and water, producing a maximum of 36 to 38 ATP molecules. Select the correct option from the statements given below. The average hemoglobin levels are different for males and females. The hemoglobin level is expressed as the amount of hemoglobin in grams per liter of whole blood. The average, option 3, the average hemoglobin levels for older adults is higher than adults. Option 4, the average hemoglobin levels for children is about 11 to 14 grams. Even I guess option B. Gastric juice is secreted by gastric glands and contains hydrochloric acid, mucus, and pepsin. Which activity will be affected in the absence of hydrochloric acid? Option A, digestion of proteins. Option B, digestion of carbohydrates. Option C, digestion of lipids. Option D, digestion of starch. Digestion, option C, digestion of protein is the correct answer. Then left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to aorta, which sends it to different parts of the body. Options, like, what is the correct option? Option A, 2 only. Option, what the? Option B, 1 and 4. Option C, 2 and 3. And option D, 2 and 4. Option C is the correct answer. Which one of the following statements is correct about the human circulatory system? Option A, blood transports only oxygen and not carbon dioxide. Option B, human heart has 5 chambers. Option C, valves ensure that the blood does not flow backwards. Both oxygenate oxygen rich and oxygen deficient blood gets mixed in the heart? Yeah, option C is the correct one, as valves do not allow the blood to flow backwards and they're present in veins. Which of the following adaptations in herbivores helps in digestion of cellulose? Option A, longer large intestine. Option B, smaller large intestine. Option C, smaller small intestine. Option D, longer small intestine. Yeah, option D is the correct answer, as the small intestine is where the cellulose gets kind of broken down and absorbed. In the human respiratory system, the path taken by air when we breathe in is option A, nostrils to larynx, larynx to trachea, from trachea to pharynx and then alveoli. Option B, nostrils to trachea, from trachea to larynx and then to pharynx and after that alveoli. Option C, nostrils to pharynx, from pharynx to larynx and then to trachea and after that the air enters alveoli. Option D, nostrils to larynx, larynx to pharynx, from pharynx to trachea, and then alveoli. Option C is the correct one, as air enters from nostrils to pharynx and then to larynx, and from there it enters trachea to the alveoli. Consider the following statements about small intestine and select the one which is not correct. Option A, the length of the small intestine in animals differ as it depends on the type of food they eat. Option B, the small intestine is the site of complete digestion of food. Option C, the small intestine receives secretions from liver and pancreas. Option D, the villi of the small intestine absorb water from the unabsorbed food before it gets removed from the body via the anus or the anus. Like, which is the wrong statement? Option D is a wrong statement, as villi absorbs the broken down proteins and all that stuff. The lining of the alimentary canal has certain muscles that contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. This process is called option A, translocation. Option B, transpiration. Option C, peristalsis. Option D, autotropism. Option C is the answer. Which of the following events in the mouth cavity will be affected if salivary amylase is lacking in the saliva? Option A, starch breaking down into sugars. Option B, proteins breaking down into amino acids. Option C, absorption of vitamins. Option D, fats breaking down into fatty acids and glycerol. What is the correct statement? Yeah, option A, starch breaking down into sugar is the correct one, as the salivary amylase present in the buccal cavity kind of converts starch into simple sugars. Which one of the following conditions is true for the statement of stomata of a green leaf shown in the given diagram? Option A, large amount of water flows into the gut cells. Option B, gaseous exchange is occurring in large amount. Option C, large amount of water flows out from the gut cell. Option D, large amount of sugar collects in the gut cell. What is the correct answer? Option C is the correct one, as large amount of water flows out from the gut cells, so the gut cells kind of won't swell and the stomata is open for gaseous exchange. Observe the experimental setup shown below. Name the chemical indicated as X that can absorb the gas which is evolved as a byproduct of respiration. Option A, NaOH. Option B, KOH. Option C, CaOH2. Option D, K2CO3. Option B is the correct answer. The image shown a cross section of small intestine. What will likely to happen if the number of villi increases in the intestine? Option A, increase in the absorption of food. Option B, fast elimination of waste from the body. Option C, increase in flow of the blood in the small intestine. Option D, fast breakdown of larger food particles into smaller one. Option A is the correct answer.
Okay, see the next. So let's see the next question. Good, Karthik. You asked nice questions. Okay. In the human respiratory system, the path taken. Hey, come, you three, all three of you come. In the respiratory system, the path taken by air. I'll show the question to rest of you students also. Here's the question. Not that one, another one. So here. Now try to answer. The path taken by air when we breathe in is, what is the path? Is it A, nostril, larynx, trachea, pharynx, alveoli, or B, nostril, trachea, larynx, pharynx, alveoli, or C, nostril, pharynx, larynx, trachea, alveoli, or D, nostrils, larynx, pharynx, trachea? Which one? So Krish, guess. Come.
D.
You come here, down.
Sir, option C.
So Krish saying option D, and Krishna saying option C. Karthik, you? Karthik is saying D, and let's see what other students are saying. So what you people are saying? D. Karthik is saying D, and this vlogger is saying hello, sir. Hello, vlogger. B. Your name is interesting. So the correct answer is first pharynx, that's C. Pharynx, then larynx, trachea, then alveoli. Why it's so low? Can increase the speed? Okay. Good question this was. Now let's carry on our respiratory system. So let's come back to the 3D, the respiratory system. Here is our villi. From villi, we will go to alveoli. So, respiratory system is very interesting and it reveals many mysteries about our health conditions. Here this is how our lungs are. This is the lungs inside, this is the rib. The rib is to protect the lungs. And let's see, I will break your myth, one of the myth. There is a myth that where's the heart? Generally people say the heart is here, like totally left side. Okay. Then where are the lungs? Okay. So the heart is in the center and I'm going to show you people. So see, here is the human body and the heart, is the heart in the left over here, in the left? No. On the right over here? No. It's in the center. It's slightly tilted to the left. So that's the difference. Now back to the lungs. These are the lungs. Now bronchia and trachea, all will see. So here you can see how do the lungs work. Okay, you can see these many wires, or you can say arteries. These are all arteries, different arteries. Here are the lungs. This is our trachea, through which we get the air or windpipe. This is the bronchia, and these smalls are bronchioles, the small branches. Okay, this is the lungs, and inside the lungs, like these branches are there. Now these branches are the branches of the grapes, and it actually contains grapes like structure, or alveoli. These are the alveoli. This is what helps us into respiration, and this is how we absorb oxygen. But why? We can simply have a chamber now. Then why we have this alveoli? Okay, I will tell you that with an example. Let's see, can someone guess? So anybody can guess why we have alveoli in the lungs? Answer me in the comment. Let me see. Why we have alveoli in the lungs? Can anybody say? Let's see what you answer. So I'll post that question. Why do we have? As alveoli increases the surface of gaseous exchange. Wow, Karthik, nice. Why we have alveoli? We have alveoli because their blood vessels are there. Oh, nice. Good. My students are intelligent. Now, let's understand that through an example. And the example is just a minute. Till that time, see the 3D surface. My sound is clear, no? In that? Let's say this glass is our lung. Okay, the glass. Okay, let's say this glass is our lung, and how much surface the glass has, that much blood vessel be there to the surface. Okay, now tell me one thing, will the glass cover most of the color from my markers? Like, can this glass use out all the color from the marker, or this piece of cloth will use more color from a marker, which will have larger surface area? See the piece of glass, piece of cloth. See the size of piece of cloth. Okay, it's not the invisible, but it's looking like that. Okay, so it's very large cloth. Now, how can I make the surface area of the glass bigger? So here comes the magic. I'm folding the piece of cloth, folding it further, folding it further. Okay, folding it further. And putting it into the glass. See, the whole glass is filled with a large surface area, and the larger the surface area, the more blood vessel can be around it. So that is what you can find over here. In this alveoli, the blood vessels all over the place, you can see these all blood vessels, and all these blood vessels help us into exchange of gases. Can you say which color is for what and what it does? So the blue color is what that release the carbon dioxide, whereas the red color is the one that absorbs oxygen. And here you can see transition. So from blue to red transition is there, means it's in the blue part, it's taking the releasing the carbon dioxide and getting converted into the red one. So from there to there you can see the transition. So from blue it has more carbon dioxide and it's absorbed a little oxygen and release the carbon dioxide, and here it absorbed more oxygen and released all the carbon dioxide, so it became red. And now after being red it will be taken back to our heart. Okay, and there comes the double circulation. This is the reason for the double circulation. One more thing, generally we use very less capacity of our lung, and that's why deep breathing is important. What breathing you do generally is not a very healthy one. So this is how our lungs work. Let's see the internal structure. So this is one alveoli, okay, and you can see there is a microorganism, there is a dust particle. Don't worry, our blood vessels already contain this immune cells or white blood corpuscles, so they do breakfast of microorganism. And sometimes we do coughing, it's due to some dust particle, but our immune system in our healthy condition generally takes care of it. So this gap, this whole kind of thing is there, this gap is for air to come in from bronchiole, and the carbon dioxide comes from this side. The blood from the heart comes from this side and it releases carbon dioxide. So till here most of the carbon dioxide will be released, and here it keeps on absorbing oxygen and then goes back to the heart. From heart it gets pumped back to the other parts of the body. This is how it works. So this is how our circulatory system, the lungs, the respiratory system in the lungs do work. Any question regarding the lungs? Because I'm going to move to the other part. Did you observe one thing? The left side lung has 2 chambers only, where the right side has 3 chambers. Can you say why? Or can any of you say why? See, here is the pumping of the blood, and full scene you can see nicely. How the blood moves, that also you can see, because next part is circulatory system. So it was super awesome, amazing. But before that, I will answer why there are 2 lungs, like left and right has different lungs. See here, 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 parts, 3 sections or 3 compartments in our right side, whereas in the left side there are only 2 compartments major. So can you say the reason? See the heart is taking extra shape. So to accommodate that, it is just an additional information. If you still have doubt in respiratory system, you can ask me, because now we'll start the circulatory system, and this is the system that whole body, that this joins the whole body and everything depends upon it. So let's see the structure of the heart. External structure first we'll see. By the way, what is this thing? This, it's the diaphragm that supports the lungs and the heart. It also helps in breathing. That also comes in the exam. What is the function of diaphragm, or why it changes the shape for to accommodate the positioning of the heart and for breathing. Let's see some questions. And let's see who can answer. Also keep in mind all the questions are from the exam. So this will help you in your performance in the exam, mainly the competency based questions. Just now, a while ago, we did the alveoli related question. So, villi related question. I get confused with the name. Not, I know the name is villi for the one in intestine, but in Haribari, I speak like that. Anyway, so what is the correct answer for this image? Let's see who can answer it. In this question, we have to find what will happen if the number of villi increase in the intestine. Increase in the absorption of food, fast elimination of waste from the body, increase in the flow of blood in the small intestine, fast breakdown of larger food particles. So guess your correct answer. Means answer and I will tell the correct one. So guess your answer. So the answer depends on what the villi do, and what it does, it absorbs the food. So let's see who said A, increase in the absorption of food. And I said, and also Karthik said, oh, first he said W. What option is W? And second he said A. Good girl. Okay, let's get to the next one. One more question we'll see, and let's see how you answer. Yes, ask in the comment. Ask. No, say clearly. Hmm. Hmm. Blood vessels do not break. Krishna has very nice question. And to understand this question, we have to go and see our alveoli again. Villi or alveoli? Which one? The lungs one. Okay. Good. Nice question. So Krishna asks that the alveoli are big and blood vessels are very thin. So he asked, why do the blood vessels do not get burst or do not break? Since they are very thin and our alveoli actually expands. So why do the blood vessels do not break? What a good question. And the answer is, I will show. Instead of saying, I will show. See, here is my blood vessel. Wait a minute. I have to just hold my hand. Blood vessel come. Coming. Yeah, somewhat you can see. Okay. Now I am hitting over here or pulling over here. Is it breaking? No, no. So the general expanding or compression do not break the blood vessel. Our blood vessel is having enough flexibility that it will not affect. So little bit expansion of the alveoli doesn't affect or doesn't make it to break the blood vessels. It won't affect. But sometime in movie scene you see, when a hero gets injured, he will start coughing blood, especially in in martial arts or kung fu related movies. Actually, that is not blood, that is sauce. But when we get injury, sometimes these blood vessels could rupture and people might get blood, might cough blood that time, and then they should see doctor, and doctors should see their rib and the lungs position. Okay, but in general condition, it doesn't hurt at all. We should actually do breathe deeply. Like that, we should breathe deeply. Where is the 3D one? And breathe out also deeply. Don't do continuously, you will fall asleep. During meditation you should do, or when you don't fall asleep, you could do this technique. This will help you to get better oxygen, to sleep, get better energy and all such things. So now let's see our respiratory, circulatory system, and see the double circulation. So double circulation is one of the question that is most of the students brain, and not 90% but 95% of the time, almost 100% of the time, they get confused. So let's see what is this circulation, double circulation, and why do we call double circulation. Okay, in this diagram you will see, you will understand. I need to make the heart more clear, more visible, and I need to remove this diaphragm. I'm going to remove the diaphragm. Remove diaphragm, remove 2 layers of the heart. I'll remove further few layers of the heart. Removed. Yes, now heart is more visible. I'll remove the intestine or ribs. Not intestine, ribs. Not ribs, spinal cord. And not spinal cord, spines. I removed, so that it will be easy for you people to observe the structure of our circulatory system. Okay, now you can see more clearly how does the circulatory system look like and what it does. Okay, imagine you are a blood particle, or you are RBC. You are what? RBC, red blood cell, or red blood corpuscle. So RBC. Okay, Royal Bangalore Challenger. Anyway, so it's you. You know you. Okay. Now you are in the heart and you got oxygen. What you will do? You will go into our body organs, like going towards the kidney and going towards the brain. So you choose to go towards the brain. You went over there to the brain. Okay. Now the carbon dioxide, the oxygen got used in the brain for thinking. Like the very fact you are listening to me means you are using energy while observing this, watching this video. So you are using oxygen and getting energy, and then you released carbon dioxide. That time you became blue blood vessels, yes, or vein. So you became the part of blue blood vessel. Okay, or you came in the vein, this blue color thing, the vein, and you will go over here into uh, this auricle or atrium. So you will go into the, oops, I dissected it by mistake. Just a minute. Yeah, I brought it back. So you went into atrium over here, into atrium. Okay, from atrium you will go to this one, the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle sound will come, that is the heartbeat, and you will be sent into the lungs. Okay, so what is this total cycle? First you move from the heart, to the body organs, Then again from body organs you came back to the heart, and from the heart you will move to the lungs. You are going to the lungs. Okay, means there are two movement, one to the body and the other to the lungs. Okay, two movements. Incoming, let's see, from the body you came back from the body, and then from the lungs you carry oxygen, the blood vessel carry oxygen, and you came back from the lungs, returning, incoming from the lungs you do. And that's it. That's why there is double circulation. Means when the blood moves from the heart to the body, it takes oxygen to the body parts, and then again while coming back it takes carbon dioxide. After that, taking carbon dioxide, when the blood back comes in the heart with having carbon dioxide, it gets pushed back from the ventricle to the lungs, and that carbon dioxide goes into the lungs, carbon dioxide gets released and oxygen gets absorbed. So the blood vessel, the blood is going both toward the body part and toward the lungs. Also it's coming back again from the body and from the lung, and that's a double circulation. Now why do we need this double circulation, and why there is a separation by septum? See, in the heart you will find a structure called septum. This is the center, septum, and what it does, this part will contain O2, oxygenated blood, and this part will contain CO2 or deoxygenated blood. Okay, and since these are two separated, the carbon dioxide and oxygen won't get mixed, and that's why we will have much more efficient blood flow and circulatory system. Okay, and this is the most genius part of it. This valve allow in unidirectional blood flow, means blood will go only from atrium to ventricle. Over here also it's like that, and this is also valves that will let the blood move from ventricle to the lungs, and here also will be there one inside. I will show that. See that one, this one, that from here, and the movement of those blood vessels also I am going to show, and how does this movement occur I am going to show. So are you ready? I am ready. So where's that? Where's that? Here's that. And let's see how does it work. So here you can see, I'll change the color a bit to make it more easily visible. Yes. Okay. So this is how heart function, and this is how it happens. Now observe a few things, everything actually about the heart, double circulation and all. So in this valve, in this atrium, the deoxygenated blood gets collected. Okay, and then the heart will open this valve, and blood will go over here. See it once. Okay, next step. In the next step, the blood will go pushed towards the lungs, and then lungs will purify. Okay, observe the next step. This is the world's easiest explanation of the pumping action of the heart plus the double circulation. Now let's see the next step. The next step after that is from the lungs, from here the blood will come. I'll change the color so that it will be easily observable. Is it easily observable? Is it easily observable? The yellow color is good. So, or green color I will use. Yes, green is also easily observable. So oxygenated blood O2 will come from the lungs in the left atrium. This is the left atrium. Okay, and then it will get back into the left ventricle. See the motion happening? The walls are opening and closing. So when this wall is opening, the blood will go from here into this wall. Okay, and from this wall it will go to the superior aorta, the biggest artery in the human body, aorta. This will go towards the brain. Okay, and this will, another part will go towards the kidney and rest of the body parts. This is oxygenated blood and highly blood pressure. So most of the blood pressure is there in the body. This thing is responsible, the aorta. So see its movement once, the heart's movement and how it's pumping. See the pumping action. This two circulation you can see, that's the double circulation. Now let's see some questions. And do you understand or not? Let's see that also. So now here comes the question answer part, and let's see can you answer those questions. Take a screenshot if you want. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. This question also will answer, but first let's see a question related to the circulatory system. What is common between an extensive network of blood vessels around walls of alveoli and in glomerulus in nephron? I think I asked that question. So do you remember? It's very easy. I told. Let's see who can quickly answer it. Who? KK sir, yeah, Karthik, yeah. I won't give chance more time. I'll count till 10. 1, 10. And the correct answer is thin-walled thin-walled capillary rich supplied blood. Okay, next question. See more question related to the blood circulatory system. Yeah, I got a super question. Super duper next level ultra question. Pro level question. The question is starting. It will take a few days to start. The question is related to double circulatory system. So question come. See how small is the question. Okay. So they are asking. Let's zoom into the question. It was asked into 2022 exam. No, it was given in the question bank 2022, provided by the CBSE. So they are asking which statement is supported by the diagram. All arteries carry oxygenated blood. First. B. Capillaries are permeable to gases. This is the B option. C. The wall between the left ventricle and the right ventricle is porous. This wall is porous, they are saying. Means it has hole. Oh my god. If it has hole, how we survive and how we will be alive? Anyway. D. Blood can flow back and forth between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Blood can flow back and forth between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Eh? So which one you are saying is correct? I will give you 10 seconds. 1, 5, 10. So let's see your answers. Krishna is saying C is correct. Karthik is saying yes sir. Karthik Mowgli saying yes. Who is this? Karthik Mogli? Okay, Karthik. Oh yes, sir. Karthik is Karthik saying yes, sir. And Karthik said A is correct. And I will tell the correct answer. All arteries carry oxygen. Hey, some one artery that goes to the this lungs. It carries carbon dioxide. So one artery do not carry oxygenated but deoxygenated blood. So the correct answer is capillary. The capillary helps us to exchange the gases in the lungs and in the body organs also. That's the correct answer. Is capillaries are permeable to gases. That's the correct answer. So that's the circulatory system. If you still have any questions, you can ask because I'm going to move to the other system. And this one, this will be like ultra pro. Any gunshot ka will be like machine gun shot, and machine gun shot ka one shot ka baap. It will be like, it will can be like, you can say nuclear shot or cannonball shot. This live stream as well as the video. Excretion. Karthik want excretion. Why not? Why not, man? Excretion. Very interesting. And excretion student gets confused with. So I'll first tell the excretion what happens, and then the parts. In the later part of this live stream, we'll also see some important points and some question answers. So let's go to the excretion. Transportation is done. Excretion. So here is some important point. Take a screenshot or note down. Okay. The heart blood vessel. The heart pumps blood. Arteries carry oxygenated and veins carry deoxygenated blood, but not always. One artery and one vein that goes towards the lungs, they carry opposite. That artery carries the deoxygenated blood and the lungs carry the oxygenated blood, this vein. So which artery and which vein? The pulmonary artery carries this deoxygenated blood, and that's why it is called pulmonary artery. Similarly, the pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is the one that comes from the lungs. So pulmonary veins, keep in mind, that is why they are known as pulmonary. Okay, so it's very important thing. This is correct, artery, but pulmonary, my spelling would be wrong, I don't care. You take care because you have to write in the exam. Artery carry CO2, which is totally opposite. Okay, and pulmonary vein, it is asked in the exam and it confuses the student a lot. Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood, O2. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. These are very important points. Take a screenshot or note down. Don't be lazy. See the stickman fellow, how nice he is, noting down from so long over here. Good boy. You people also do. And ask me doubts if you have. Now the excretory system. Transportation in plant is easy peasy. You learned in 8th and 9th class, xylem, phloem does the thing. Only you have to remember is xylem is for water. It carries the water. Phloem is for food. There are root pressure and kind of thing that you can get in the notes. Digestion I already said. Interesting one. Steps of digestion done. Done. Excretory system in humans. Okay. So take a look at this. Read this once. And after that, we'll start with some questions related to excretory system, and then I'm going to explain you guys. In between, whatever doubt you have, ask me or I will ask you people. Before excretory system, I forgot one thing. I did not show you people the capillary. So why not? Let's see the capillaries. Okay, so we'll see the capillary ones and then we'll see the other things. Because it will help you understand with full clarity. So, not this guy, but where's that thing? Capillary, come here. Yeah, this guy. So, in this two type of vessels, blood vessels, it will clarify. This is the artery, this one is artery, and this is vein. Can you say what is the difference between the two? This is the vein, this is the artery. Vein, artery, vein. Enough of that. What is the difference? Which one is thicker? The vein from here to here, the vein is thicker, or the artery is thicker? The artery is thicker from here to here. This is artery, by the way, or the vein is thicker. So obviously artery is thicker, and that's why it carries high pressure. It goes from the heart to the body, artery, and vein carries low pressure. It returns from body to the heart. Okay, so this was missing. Now let's go to our excretory system and see what is going on. The major part of our excretory system is this is, by the way, the one part of our the wall of the heart. Now let's go to the excretory system. Digestive system, and yes, excretory system. And this is that our excretory system that starts with kidney and then ends with this urinary bladder. After that, what I'm not interested to tell. Anyway, so kidney. Let's see the kidney. So this bean, not Mr. Burn, but bean, this one is kidney, and this is a cross section of kidney, what it consists of. And before explaining it further, I think you should have a question. So let's get some questions so that it will make you people understand the thing better way. And there was earlier another question. This, which one of the following condition is true for the statement of stomata of a green leaf shown in the given diagram? The options are A, B, C, and D. Obviously, those are the options. Okay. The A is large amount of water flows into the guard cell. B, gaseous exchange is occurring in large amount. So they are asking which is the true for the state of stomata of a green leaf shown in the diagram. So see the state of the stomata. Large amount of water flows out from the guard cell, and B, large amount of sugar collects in the guard cell. So which one is correct? Answer me in the comment. Slow. Answer very slow. I'm kidding. Fast. Let's see whose answer is correct. I'll count till 20. 1, 10, 20. Let's see who done correctly. So Jhansi Moa has done C, and Karthik has done C, and Krishna is monster. Okay, whatever. So let's see. C is large amount of water flows out from. Wrong. The correct answer is large amount of water flows into the guard cell. A, into the guard cell is the fit. Just a minute. Amount of water flows out from the guard cell. Stomata is closed. Yes, out from guard cell. Good. Very good, Karthik. Okay, next question. Let's see next question. Next question is related to the excretory system. Which is somewhat larger. Let me show the image to you people. The given below represents what it represents. That's the question. Options are neuron, alveoli, nephron, and villi. So tell me your options. This is a warm-up type of question for this. Then we'll have assertion and reason also. So what is the correct answer for this one? What it represent? The correct answer is nephron. That is the unit in our kidney, like the which unit we call it? The filtering unit. So what is the question? What it represents, what the diagram represents is the question, and the answer is villi. In the exam, you won't get a lot of time, so you need to be quick. Oh, I know the question was not visible. Now you can see both question and answer. Anyway, one more. Yes, one more question is there. Let's see who can answer correctly. Assertion and reason. We should say eat the brain, destroy the brain for assertion and reason. But at the same time, it's interesting. So let's see the inner lining of small intestine. Intestine? Oh, intestine came. Fine. Has numerous finger-like projections called cilia. Reason. The villi increase the surface area of absorption. See here, cilia and villi. Okay, so what do you think is true and what do you think is false? So first of all, is it cilia? No, wrong. So assertion is wrong. The villi increase the surface area for absorption. Yes, true. So assertion is wrong, but reason is true statement. So answer is D. Okay. Now let's see how the excretion or excretory system works. Let's see the whole story. Then we will have some questions which were asked in the exam. Already you understood the circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, and now excretory system, and then you will systematically nail it. You'll be the pro. Okay, this is how to learn. Anyway, so our kidney is made up of this bean. Don't eat this bean, otherwise how you will purify your blood. And the bean has these sections. This each section contains this part. This is one section which contains this important section. That's the nephron, in which there is glomerulus. So let's see the nephron. Before that, we need to get an overview of the kidney. So in kidney, blood vessels are connected. And this is, by the way, adrenaline that gives you superpower. But for that, you need to do physical activity then only. Anyway, so how does the purification of blood start? by the kidney. See the things step by step. Very high pressure blood comes from the heart to the kidney. Okay, and again to the other kidney, and it goes in. Okay, keep this part in the mind. Now the next part. In the kidney there are these sections. In these pyramid like section, which are called renal pyramid, they contain nephron. This is the nephron. Okay, the blood, remember the blood vessel I said come from the heart, so that blood is going around these nephrons. Okay, and this one, in the nephron the major unit is glomerulus. So let's see that. This is the structure of nephron. Okay, and this is the glomerulus. The blood is going, arteries, capillary is going, and what it is doing, it's absorbing the impurities. So in this glomerulus, impurities are being absorbed. Okay, and this is the main section where filtering happens. So in the glomerulus or Bowman's capsule, this part, this is actually called Bowman's capsule. The impurities get absorbed, extra water gets absorbed, and some glucose also gets absorbed, which is not a good thing. In summer season we need more water, we need the glucose, so it needs to be absorbed back into our blood circulation. Okay, so after that it goes into this, the convoluted tubule. In this tube it goes. Okay, and the blood vessel absorbs back the useful material. So here the blood vessel is absorbing back the required water, useful material, everything it is absorbing back, and pushing it to the vein. And what the vein does, where the vein carries the blood, it carries back to the heart, and from the heart, the nutritional blood will get circulated to the entire body and will use the water required or sugar required. So this is how it functions. Over here the same thing functioning is happening. By the time this filtered material reaches over here, collecting duct, it will have only impurity, or only it will have nitrogenous waste, or called, what it is called, I don't like to call. You people tell in the comment if you like to call what it is called. Anyway, so it will have only that nitrogenous waste and extra water. This is the collecting duct, and where the collecting duct goes, that I will show to you people. So here is that collecting duct, and it goes back to here, and the collecting duct connects to the this what we call that thing. Oops, zooming is not done correctly. The urinary bladder. Now there is something important, interesting about the urinary bladder, and that thing is it is very powerful. Powerful in the sense not like muscular, in the sense it's a good container. Its surface is made up of multiple layers, or urinary bladder. So I'll tell about that. So urinary bladder has multiple layers of muscle that makes it a good container. So that's why it is one of the strongest in the terms of like having most capability. Generally you will have stomach pain, but you very rarely you will have urinary bladder pain, and that's a good thing, otherwise it will be a trouble. Okay, so now the whole thing is done. Now we'll go with the very important question. Before that, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. This is what the excretory system is, and in the plant also I will give an overview. So let's see some question answers, and let's see the other parts of it, important parts. If you have any doubt in any of these important parts, ask me the doubt. I'm not going to explain it. Kidney is what I said just now, ureter, carry urine from kidneys to the bladder. Bladder is bladder, okay, stores urine. And urethra, you know what it is. I'm not interested to tell. Excretion in plants. Oh yes, sir. One question was there that was asked in CBSE, that plants do not have excretion, and students got confused and they lost the mark. But see here, it excretes the extra this water through transpiration, also through the exchange of gases through stomata. It release CO2. That's also part of excretion. Again, yes, you can tell in that. Bark, gums, resins, which Karthik told already. So that's also part of excretion in the plants. Here are some important questions. Take note of those things. Autotrophic nutrition. Differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Explain the role of kidneys. These are all previous year asked questions, and me also going to ask some questions to you people. See some more interesting questions which were asked before. Take the screenshot if you had any difficulty or you did not know this question and answer, and get ready for the next question. Let's have a case based question and let's see how you solve this case. You can also call it competency based question. What, Krishna? PTM. PTM, you should go early now. Why this much late? PTM, everyone goes 10 o'clock. See, I am showing the question, so you will also take a look at the question. Here's the question, and just a second, I will okay, try to answer this question. I mean, I'm back. So nephron is the filtration unit. Good, very good. And what is the second answer? The main excretion waste is, what is that one? Okay, so Karthik answered for this question is nephron. Some part of the questions are missed. I will show those part also. It was a case based question, by the way, so you should be able to answer. It was asked in the exam. The nephron. Name the main excretion waste removed by kidneys from the blood. So the main excretion product is urine. Let's see here, anything is given. Excess salts and urea. In that also major is urea. Okay, that's the answer. excess salts and urea. Now, so the correct answer is urea. What are the two main functions of kidney? So can you say what are the two main functions? It's first of all, it purifies the blood, so blood filtration, or purification. You can also say purification. So, or in simple terms, you can say excretion. One more function is osmoregulation. Osmoregulation. Important keyword. If you write this in exam, the teacher will like totally impressed. Osmoregulation. Remember I said earlier that if too much water we have, then it will pass it into kidney, and from kidney it will go to urinary bladder. But if it's summer season and we got less blood, then blood will not blood. If you don't eat, you actually have. I said in summer season you can have sometime less water. You are outside, water not available. That time extra water gets absorbed back in the body to the kidneys. So this regulation of water is called osmoregulation. So this is the second major function of the kidney. Third, what are the major factors on which the amount of water reabsorbed in the part of nephron depends upon? Just now I said the availability of water in the body, the amount of excess water, the amount of dissolved waste in the blood vessel. So that's the answer. Let's see some more question asked in previous years. Why not case-based question, or case-based I just asked? Why not this assertion and reason? Because the competency-based questions are the one that eats the brain of the students. So practicing that will be enough. And now it is like these are the last few minutes of this live class, because we have done almost entire chapter. And the plants part I did not focus that much, because plants part is limited to particular enzymes and small factors, but learning is very important. The human part is the understanding based, and the plants part is learning based. Assertion and reason I will find in a while, but before that, let's see some other questions. I wanted to tell about the diagram also, but time is not enough. But still, we'll see a diagram based question that will help you people. So here's the question. In this question, you have to answer. The image shows in the circulation of blood in fishes and human. How is the circulation of blood in fish different from the human? That's the question. So what major difference can you observe? See, in the fishes, there is ventricle, there is atrium. Can you see the two particular separation, left and right or something like that? No, there is not much separation. Whereas in human, there is a major separation of two ventricles and two atriums. That is the major difference. So in the fishes, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are getting mixed. There is no separation, whereas in the human there is the separation, and that's why it's efficient. Okay, I will show you the full answer. If CBSE asked you again in 2026 the question or similar question, you should be able to answer. So I am going to show the exact answer for this question. Take a look at the question and ask me if any doubt you have. I'll explain it, and after that I will take some more questions. So here's the answer. Take a nice look at the question. Answer, by the way. Take a screenshot also. We'll move to another nice question. I will try to find out some case-based question also asked in the exam. Yes, I found the assertion reason question asked in 2023. Let's see you can answer or not. So here's the question. Assertion: amphibians can tolerate mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Reason: amphibians are animals with two-chambered heart. So what is true, what is false? It was asked in which year? 2023. So if it was asked to you, what you would have answered? Guess the correct. I am waiting. Let's see who answered what. So, but we humans have four chambers. Fishes have two chambers. Yeah, fine. I'm waiting for the other answers also. So let's see. Anybody answered? Let's see in that one. Okay, I'm going to reveal the answer. I will give last 10 seconds for you people to answer. Now Kartik said C. Counting till 10. 1, 3, 6, 8. Done. 10. The answer is, assertion is that amphibians can tolerate mixing of blood. Assertion is true. Reason: amphibians are, no, they don't have two chambers, they have three chambers. So assertion is true, but reason is false. So the answer is C. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Good, Kartik. Let's see, have some more questions. A small question I'm giving, very small question. See, how small is the question? Write two different ways in which glucose is oxidized to provide energy in human body. Write the products formed in each case. So remember earlier when I said there is this reaction, our glucose C6H12O6 plus, when we have oxygen 6O2, we get 6H6CO2 or 6H2O, you can say water, plus CO2, 6CO2. Okay, but also I said in lack of oxygen also that happens, and that is anaerobic respiration. It creates lactic acid plus energy. So the second product, this is water plus carbon dioxide. The other one is lactic acid plus energy. So lactic acid plus energy. Okay. And by the way, what's the formula of lactic acid? I think C3H5OH maybe. Let me Google it once. Because if they ask in the exam, you should know it. So CH3CHOH or CH3C3H6O3. Oh, so I googled the formula because I'm a human and human can forget sometime. But humans should not do laziness for searching even when you have the internet and other options available. So the molecular formula for lactic acid this, keep in mind, and extended formula is this. This is not necessary to remember, but at least you should have idea about this one. Now remember, when you do so much of exercise, you get muscle pain. So that muscle pain also is due to lactic acid. It actually forms very, sharp crystals. That crystals poke in our muscle, and that's why we get pain in our muscle. I don't know what shapes I'm making, but that is what happens. The question was nice, and that's the answer. And so if you still have any doubts, you can ask me all those doubts, and you can ask me in the comments, by the way, or not the way. And also tell me in next time what you want. Yes, in this chapter most of the things we have covered. More questions are there, diagrams related things are there. So I will quickly draw a heart diagram. Heart diagram. Yes, it is hard. I will try to draw quickly so that you will get a trick how to draw the heart diagram. So it's two heart method. Yeah, two heart method. Two heart and two circle method. So two heart. This is I invented this method. Two heart, two circle method. Two heart, two circle. And I like to do this thing with some kind of music, music. So I'll try to find some music. I will do that because I'm a little bit crazy also, and being crazy in a good way is a good thing. So I'll play the music and do the thing which I like to do the thing. So let me find music. Also, since it's YouTube, so I can't play copyright music. So I'll play my own music I have created. I did not sing a song, soup song. I'll just play it. So let me see where I have. I lost that file, but I'll search it. I won't give up. Yeah, I found out. I will try to find the one I like. So let's see, is it that one? It's good, but it's not the one I want. So let's see. What about this? I will try to find. Not that one. Let's try to find another one. Where is that one? I like one. Very good. Yeah, this is also good. So now let me draw that one. So let's increase the music volume. Now I'll try to do that one. Let's do the two heart and two circle heart diagram. Now I'm not very pro in that. So just to give you an idea, let's have two heart. And two circles. By the way, I'm not seeing any heart diagram, so I could make some mistakes. Okay, and now let's make that heart shape. So let's simply join them. let's make those aortas. So here will be those blood vessels. Here is that artery, big artery. It will get actually two arteries. I'll use another color. Two arteries. One will get joined into divided into two, and then we will have aorta. So let's make with another color. Okay, and then we will have these veins that will take the blood in. So this is oversimplification, but if you have too much difficulty, you can help through this. So now that part, labeling part. So yeah, a small improvement I need to do. So let's do that improvement. This is my eraser. Oops. And almost oversimplification version of the heart done. And now the labeling part. So this is right. Right or left? It's left. Left atrium. Left ventricle. I think CAL. I forgot. So let it be. These are the veins. This is the vena cava. No, aorta. AORTA, aorta. This is vena cava. Maybe, I'm not sure, so I'll just leave it like this. This should be vena cava. This should be superior. This should be inferior. And these are again pulmonary veins. Pulmonary vein. Okay, the oxygenated blood, and this one will carry deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood. Okay, how you like that? So how was that? Was it good? Are you so happy? What? Oh, so you are very happy with that. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Okay. Now, Lakshmi want to say something about it. So let's say what she says. Did Lakshmi come over there? Yes, she's there. So what do you want to say, Lakshmi? Lakshmi, where are you? Hmm. Yeah, Kim. Okay, tell what you want to say.
Wow, it was super awesome. Sir, please do these live stream more often.
Oh,
I love to study this way. I'm very excited to share this to my friends also.
oh,
I still have some more doubts. I will write those in comments. Please
hmm.
read those, sir.
Okay. Good, very good. And thanks. By the way, bye. Done.